Today on In the Wood Yard, we've got snow to move and we've got wood to move. Here we go. So I was gone for about a week at my brother Ken's doing processing of wood. And while I was gone, we had 10 inches of snow here, and no one was here to move the snow because that's my job, and I was gone. We didn't have any appointments this whole last week. I purposely planned it that way. But in 2 days we got appointments, so I got to move all this snow right now, and then I got deliveries today, so that's what's going to happen. There was about 10 inches, but it's settled way down. It's only like about 6, I guess. We had 2 different storms come through. One was just a little bit, and then one bigger one. As you can see, all the deer tracks here, the deer must be starving because they're eating all the bushes. Those are arborvitaes that I have here, and they're eating everything. There's a lot of deer. I guess someone's not a very good hunter. There needs to be less deer. That's supposed to be my job. I didn't do a very good job of that. And the deer are eating everything. They're killing all the bushes. They're just eating them all the way back. So there's that. Okay, we're going to start with the snowblower and move some snow. Heavy duty 826 OXE, don't know what that means. 1200 Snow Series snowblower, 26 inches wide, 8 horsepower engine. Blows the snow really good. Now I did a lot of double blowing because the snow was much more water content than just fluffy snow because it had settled so much. So it's probably only about 6 inches because it was 10, but it settled a lot because a lot of the top of it will melt when there's sun. So you probably noticed I blow some of it towards the building up against there because I have to go. It's basically one parking stall, the driving lane, and then another parking stall down that way. So I have to blow it so far that I don't want to have to triple blow it, so I double blow some of it and get it to go where it needs to go. The wind is usually coming from that way, so I try to blow most everything that direction. And you can see out front there, I got that. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it'd be more crusty. You can see the sun is already doing its thing. It's only about 12 or 13 degrees, but the sun is hitting it pretty good there. In the next few days, it's supposed to be into the 30s and then eventually 40s next week. So it'll look really good in a couple days. But there it is. That's done. And for those of you that haven't been around much, I do have other videos on snow blowing if that's something that interests you. I've been snow blowing my parking lot here for about 20 years or so. I had it plowed for about 3, but it was costing me a couple grand a year, so I bought a snow blower and been doing it ever since. So I've saved $30,000 to $40,000 just snow blowing. I go for a walk. I took about an hour and a half. It's about what it usually takes, hour and 15 minutes if it's a little bit. If it's a lot of snow, it could take 2 hours. And I was paying, like I say, $150 to have my parking lot plowed. And that was 20 years ago, so now it might be 200. I don't even know. Don't want to know. All I know is that I was doing about 20 plowings a year when I was paying for it. And the same as snow blowing. 18 to 24, I think, is the most I ever snow blowed. This year, it's only been, I think, the 5th or 6th time I've snow blowed. And there's been other years where, like last year, I only snow blowed, I think, 3 or 4 times. But most years, it's at least 15 to 20. 20 is about an average. So there it is. Now we're going to go do some deliveries. Well, I'm at the farm, and there's a lot of snow here too. Probably needs to be plowed just to get at the wood, but we're going to try 4-wheeling it through the snow because this delivery I got to do is in an hour. I got to get it loaded and get there, and the guy's only going to be home for a little while today, the first delivery, and the second one it's going to be later today. I got to shovel out the trailer because it's full of snow. Go. Time to go load some wood. So it wasn't too bad. I just had to go through plowed there, and I found a spot here where the wind had blown all this off here, so I pulled up to the beach And that's where I'm going to put in some beech here, and then we're going to come over here and we're going to go into the mixed hardwood. There's mainly ash in there, and put some of that in, because he said mixed hardwood is fine, so that's what he's going to get. Now some of you are going to say, oh, there's snow on the wood, tragedy, oh my god, the end of the world. You know what? When I dig into there, the snow will fall right off. I'll whack 2 pieces together and throw it in. It'll be snow free. Watch the magic. Because it's all drifted along the side here. You saw me back up a few times. I couldn't ram it in there far enough. And so the beech was in first in the back, and then mixed hardwood, mostly ash in the front with some maple, maybe 1 or 2 pieces of some oak, stuff like that. That's what's in there. Just got to get the load secured here, tightened up. I got to go about 25 miles, I think this delivery is, something like that. It's a ways. He's paying for delivery. This is the second load to this guy. He heats with this wood, so last time he ordered, he got hickory, and I can't remember if he had hickory and oak, but he got a full cord. This time he said a couple face cords will be enough to get him through until spring. Yeah, I think that's in there pretty good. I always walk around to make sure I got everything in place so nothing jumps out down the road. I gotta go on the interstate. This one's really loose. I gotta go on the interstate for I don't know, a few miles, 10 miles, 15 miles, something like that. So obviously I'm back from the first delivery, and I just pulled up and started loading up the next delivery. It's for a face cord, a third of a cord. He wants half ash and half oak. So I already threw in the ash, and that particular pile I was digging in was not a good one to go to because it was only about half ash, and there was a bunch of box elder in there, and there was some cherry in there, and there was some aspen in there, which I know he doesn't want. So I dug through and I got this much ash, and now I'm into the oak over here, and I'm gonna hop in the bin and we're gonna chuck in a bunch of oak. You can see how it's kind of drifted through there and over here where I drove the truck. So that's where it's nice having 4-wheel drive. You kind of go wherever you want pretty much, as long as you're not dragging bottom. But the snow is kind of deep, but I'm not worried about it. I'm not gonna plow it because this will all be gone in about a week. It's supposed to be in the 30s and 40s next week. Chance of rain in about 4 days, so the snow will disappear and it'll turn to soup, which will be messy, which that happens. So anyway, we're gonna chuck some oak in. There we go. Another beautiful load is in, and we're gonna go down the road. We're gonna do a little dump. Pretty nice. Look at that. They bend. They go back up. You bend them this way, they go that way. I might still figure out a way to break them, but they work really good. We're gonna go do this delivery, and we're gonna come back. We're gonna put one more load on, but it's not for delivery today. It's for tomorrow morning. It's gonna be the parm pizza, so I got to put a full load of hard maple and ironwood and stuff like that. That's what's gonna go in. So we're gonna go do this delivery, and we'll be right back. I'm back from that delivery, and we're going to toss on a full load of hard maple ironwood from the bin. Going to go right into the bin, right in there. We're going to chuck. I got as close as I could because I didn't want to get too close to over here because we got a whole bunch of debris and going around this way. I don't know if you guys can see this. This is a hard packed drift, and you can see how deep that is. It's, I don't know, 1.5 feet thick there. So I backed it, and hopefully I can go that direction when I need to because it's uphill. So we're going to chuck some wood and we're going to fill it up right now. Look at that, another spectacular load is once upon the baby dumper. 2 face chords, 2/3 of a chord, 2 ricks, 2 ranks, 2 rows, 2 runs. 2. There it is. So we're going to see if we can get out of here. Now I'm downhill by, I don't know, 2 or 3 feet. Kind of down the hill here. And I got to go through about that much snow. So let's see if I can get out of here. Good success, no problem. But I could tell I had a load on and it was pulling me back. It wanted me to go this way, not that way, but we did it. There you go. You loaded. Tomorrow morning we're going to go to Palm. We're going to do a delivery, and then we got other stuff happening. So come on back tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. I'll be here. You're going to be here. I'll do the work. You do the watching. Good night, Irene.